When I was a senior in high school, I was everything. President of the senior body and president of the senior class and captain of the basketball team. President of science club and the Spanish club and the beta club and I was editor of the annual and just everything. And that really hurt me. That really hurt me when I went to college. Because being everything in high school and you go to college and you're nothing except just a lowly freshman, it is hard. But I did go on to college. Dr. Chisholm there decided I should go to Vanderbilt and study to be a doctor. I had all these good grades in high school, and of course the good grades in high school at Carthage were nothing. We didn't take the ACTs and all that stuff that the kids have to now to prove their actual knowledge. Classes of chemistry and German and so forth and so on at Vanderbilt. Oh man, I was just lost. And in fact, in German, I was in a class of about 28 or 30 kids, and I think every kid in there spoke German except me. And I studied so hard in that class, and I think I finally made a D in it. And I was proud of that D in any grade I ever made in college, because I studied so hard for that. And one day I was walking up across the campus, and Dr. Risen was a little bitty short guy, and he was the professor. And I walked up to him, and I put my arm around him. I said, "What do you say, Doc? How you doing?" He said, "Oh, here, Joe, of course, how are you today?" And I said, "I'm just doing great, just doing great." And he said, "Here, Joe, of course, let me ask you something." I said, "What's that, Doc?" He said, "Just why are you taking German?" And so that gives you a good idea of how dumb I was. He couldn't figure out why I said German. The real funny thing in college was we had this advanced algebra that I was in, and nobody in the class knew what was going on. It was really a dumb class. I had a guy from Brooklyn that's always on my case. He was always talking about how dumb guys in the South were, and we were stupid. We were so stupid. And so he was sitting behind me, and one day I got a test paper back, and it was just a single sheet, and I opened it up like that, and I looked at it, and I made 57, and he looked at it, he said, "You made 57, Joe, of course. You guys down here in the South, you're so stupid. I just don't know what to think about you." And I was sitting there thinking, I thought, "Oh, please, Lord, please get him to shut up." So in a minute, the professor handed him his paper, and he sat back and real proud, and he opened it up, and he opened it up, and he looked at it again. And then right outside in class, he said, "Jesus Christ, God damn, 15. And so he said, even the professor laughed. I mean, everybody in the class just started laughing. That's the last time that son of a gun ever said anything to me. One of my good friends there was Seth Norman, and his dad was Jack Norman. He was the top attorney not only in Nashville but in the southeastern part of the United States. And Seth was really a good guy. And a few months ago, one Sunday afternoon, I just picked up the phone and called information and asked for him, and I called him in Nashville, and he answered, and I said, "Seth, this is Tommy Joe, of course." And he said, "Tommy, how in the world are you getting along?" And then we talked, and the county judge there in Davidson County for the last 19 years. And I said, "Whatever happened to you?" And he said, "Well, I left Vanderbilt the same year you did, after freshman year." And he said, "I went and joined the Air Force, and I stayed in the Air Force 4 years, and then I came back." And he said, "I went back to school and got my law degree from Vanderbilt, and then went on and become an attorney, and then been a judge." And he said, "I sure do remember those meals your mama used to cook. Boy," said, "she was the best cook in the world." Seth and I were hitchhiking back one time, and Sam Neal, who was Commissioner of Safety, he lived in Elmwood. And of course I'd known Sam all my life. And Sam stopped and picked us up, and Seth just didn't believe it. Sam Neal, the Commissioner of Safety, stopped and picked anybody up, but he picked us up and drove us. Of course, he drove us right up to the house there. And it was raining that day. It was a miserable day. And drove us right up to the house. And he said, "I still remember that day that the Commissioner of Safety stopped and picked us up hitchhiking and drove us to the house there in Carthage." But I had a roommate by the name of John Nicholson. And John's father and grandfather both were surgeons in Oklahoma City. And I believe John was the smartest guy I ever saw. He was absolutely brilliant. And John was a good roommate. We would get out in the mornings early, and we would go play tennis and everything. And he was a beta, and I was a Sigma Chi. And